Welcome and hello, this is a quick guide brought to you by School of Shipping. In this video, you will be guided into the usage and rules of the School of Shipping e-learning platform prior to starting your course. This tutorial will show you what you need to know to get started on the system, so please bookmark this page and come back to it if you need a refresher. Note, this video is intended for both private students as well as students on learnerships. If you have a frequently asked question, you may visit the eLearning login page and look up the Quickguides. In this video, we are going to familiarize you with the rules of the School of Shipping e-learning platform. First off, remember to keep your login to yourself. Please do not share your login details with anyone or allow anyone else to access your account. We need to ensure that the work you submit is yours and not that someone else is logging in and completing your work for you. Your HR department will be notified should this occur. Secondly, treat everyone with respect. Sometimes your workload will be very intense, or perhaps you're just having a bad day. It's vital to refrain from abusive, derogatory, demeaning, slanderous, foul, or sarcastic language. This is usually a sign of unprofessionalism, and should this arise, the issue will be reported to your company. We want you to enjoy the experience, even though at times it is going to get pretty tough. So remember to keep a good level of professionalism at all times. Thirdly, there will be times you will be allowed to work in a group. However, this does not mean copying a fellow learner's answer word for word. You will need to give an originally worded answer for every question. On top of this, our PDFs are copy-paste protected, so your mentor will immediately notice if you have circumvented this feature or copied a colleague's answer. Fourthly, School of Shipping is dedicated to getting you competent in your chosen specialization. So, should any of the rules be broken, we will first notify your Human Resources Department to address the issue, giving you the opportunity to have your say. Since you are on a learnership that is being paid for by your company, we cannot immediately disqualify you for breaking the rules, but it will be handled according to the rules and regulations of the learnership. Above all, learn well, play well, and enjoy your program. In this video, we are going to show you how to log into the School of Shipping e-learning platform. The easiest way to do this is to check your inbox for a new message from School of Shipping. Look for a new email with the subject New User Account. This message will contain your username, your password, and a link to the e-learning platform. Make a note of your username and password, and then click the link to the e-learning platform. The link will open in your browser. Enter your username and password, and click Login. Please note, your browser may prompt you to remember your username and password. If you work on a shared computer, please do not select this, since anyone knowing only your username will be able to log into your account without knowing your password. After a few seconds, the page will refresh, and you are now logged in. To verify if you are properly logged in, look toward the top right of the browser window and look for your name near the logout button. If you can see your name, you have successfully been logged in. And lastly, remember to make a mental note to click the logout button when you leave the system. This is to help keep your account secure when you are not using it. In this video, we are going to show you how to download and install Adobe Acrobat Reader on your computer. Please make sure you have already logged in. First off, a little background. School of Shipping e-learning makes use of fillable PDFs. To use fillable PDFs, we highly recommend you download and install Adobe Acrobat Reader version 11 or higher. Please note, if you are using a computer at your workplace, you may require assistance from your IT department or network administrator to install Adobe Acrobat Reader. Before installing, make sure you know what version of Windows you have. This is important so that you install the correct version of Adobe Acrobat Reader for your system. Now that you are logged in, you will see 4 links on the home page of your e-learning platform. A link to the official download from Adobe's website for Windows, Mac, and other operating systems, an offline installer for Windows Vista and higher, an offline installer for Windows XP Service Pack 2, and a missing font pack for those of you who are running Windows XP and some later versions of Windows. In most cases, the offline installer is the better way to download Adobe Acrobat Reader. Click on the download link, and once it is downloaded, run the installer. On the first page of the installer, click Next. There is only one setting that we will adjust. On the second page of the installer, select Manually Check for and Install Updates. You can then proceed with the default installation. Once it is complete, click Finish. Now, go to your Start menu and look for Adobe Acrobat Reader and launch it. The first time it loads, it asks you to accept a license agreement. Read this, and once you are happy with it, choose Accept. Adobe Acrobat Reader is now ready to use. In this video, we're going to show you how to install a missing font pack. This issue will not affect everyone, so please keep watching to see if this affects you. If you are working on Windows XP and some higher versions of Windows, you may find that when you load your assessment into Acrobat Reader and start typing your name, you see a series of dots. This tells you a font pack is missing from your system. At this point, shut down Acrobat Reader and log into the School of Shipping eLearning platform. A little down the page, you will find a download link to the missing font pack. Click this link to download, and once downloaded, unzip it. Inside the unzip folder, you will see a list of TTF files. Select all of them at once, right-click on the grouped selection, and select Install. This will install all the fonts from that folder. Now reopen your assessment with Adobe Acrobat Reader and fill out your name. If you can see letters as you type, you have solved the issue. Well done. Note that some versions of Windows will need to be restarted for the new fonts to work properly. In this video, we are going to show you how to use fillable PDFs. Fillable PDFs allow you to download your assessment, complete them offline in your own time, save it, and then upload it to the system for marking. Let's get started. Fillable PDFs provide a way for you to enter text into a PDF without changing the layout of the PDF. This is especially useful when creating electronic forms, feedback, surveys, or in our case, offline assessments. Please note, Adobe Acrobat Reader 10 and higher support fillable PDFs. For best compatibility, we recommend using Adobe Reader for this task. You will find a download link once you've logged into the system. The first thing you will notice when you open a fillable PDF is the grayed out fields. To enter text into a given field, simply move your mouse into the field and click it to select it. The selection will turn white. Then start typing your text. As you scroll down the PDF, you will see there are answer blocks set aside for you to answer your questions. Click on a block and type your answer. It is then a simple matter to move to the next block, and so on, until you have worked through all of the questions in the assessment. Before saving, please make sure that you have filled out your name and the date of the assessment, and then go to File, Save, and make sure to overwrite the existing assessment. The reason for this is very simple. If you come back to the assessment later, all of your recent changes will have been remembered and you can resume from where you left off. One last note. Please remember to save the PDF in its default settings. Do not flatten, scan or print your assessment prior to uploading it to the system, since this will prevent your mentor from marking your assessment. Your mentor will not accept handwritten assessments. In this video, we will show you how to navigate to a course on the eLearning platform. Now that you know how to log in, you will need to know how to navigate the platform. So assuming you are logged in, let's take a look at the layout of the front page. We will highlight the most important items to help get you going. To begin, you may want to change your profile picture or personal details, including your password. Simply click on your name near the logout button to view the details of your profile. On this page, you will see a full list of courses you are enrolled for and will need to complete. On the left-hand side of the window, you will see under Administration, Edit Profile, Change Password, and various other items. The two most important ones for you in future will be Edit Profile and Change Password. To edit your profile, click on Edit Profile under the Administration block. Here you'll be able to change the details of your account. Please note there is usually a 3-letter prefix before your first name. Please do not remove this. In the case of a learner, it will be the letter G with a 2-digit number thereafter. This is vitally important to help us keep track of which group number you are assigned to. Please do not change your first name group number or remove it. This is very important. Once you are done editing your profile, scroll to the bottom of the page and click on Update Profile. The second item is to be able to change your password. Under the Administration block, click on Change Password. Here you'll be able to specify your current password and then update it to a new password. Once done, simply click on Save Changes. To return to the front page, simply click on Home. Another important item on the front page is in the right column and it is called Course List. From this menu, you can navigate to every course you are enrolled for. Now let's briefly take a look at the structure of the system. Once you expand the courses list, the menu will list 3 primary categories, namely Fundamental, Core, and Elective. The order in which these are placed is of vital importance and you will be required to move sequentially through each category. Within each category there are various modules. In this case, within Fundamentals there is Communications and Mathematics. And within Communications we find a list of sequential unit standards. Communications 1, Communications 2, Communications 3 and Communications 4. For this example, we will navigate to the first unit standard, so we're going to click on Communications 1, and after a few moments, the course page for that unit standard will load. We will cover the structure of a course page in the next video. In this video, we will talk about the structure of an individual course. In this example, we will go to the first unit standard, and after a few seconds, the page will refresh and bring us to an example of a course. The structure of a course contains all the content you will need to complete a single unit standard. Each course page is divided into 4 topic areas: an introduction to the unit standard, the declaration of authenticity, which you must accept to prove the work is your own, study material, which includes manuals, handouts, and reference material, and the assessments section, which comprises a combination of online formative assessment, F2 formative assessment, and summative assessment. These are the equivalent of exams or tests. The assessment section has 3 main types of assessments depending on the unit standard. an online formative assessment in multiple choice format. This you will be required to complete online while you are logged in. The Formative 2 assessment, requiring written answers in a downloadable and fillable PDF. And the final Summative assessment, requiring written answers in a downloadable and fillable PDF. It is vital to complete each assessment in the correct order, since each assessment prepares you for the next one to follow. Some unit standards only have 2 assessments, but for each unit standard you will always be required to complete a summative assessment. This is the final assessment for each course you will be required to complete and which will count toward your final competency. In another video we will cover how to download study material and your first assessment. In this video we are going to show you how to work with downloaded content from the eLearning platform. During the course of your program, you will be downloading mainly 3 types of files: the course manual, various study resources, and your formative and summative assessments. After a while, these files start to pile up, so it's important to know where you store them on your computer. The best way to do this is to create a subfolder in your Documents folder. In this case, we will create one called My eLearning. However, you can call the folder anything you like. Now, when you download a file from the School of Shipping eLearning platform, remember to save the file to your new working folder, in this case, My eLearning. Please note, depending on how your browser is configured, a PDF file may preview into your browser or download to your hard drive. Please do not work from your browser window. Save the file first to your working folder. Now you have a central place to work from, saving you time and avoiding future confusion. In this video we will talk about how to download study material. Now that you know how to access a course, you will want to download your study manual. To do this, scroll down to the study materials section on the course page and click on the link to download the manual in PDF format. One of 2 things will happen, depending on how you have set up your browser. The PDF will either open in a new browser window or it will download to your hard drive. Now, if the PDF opens in a browser window, make sure to save it to your hard drive first. You can simply press Ctrl and S, browse to My Documents and to the subfolder My eLearning and save the manual. Now, if the PDF opens in a browser window, make sure to save it to your hard drive first. In a previous video we covered how to work with downloaded content. Feel free to watch that video for a refresher. However, if the manual is downloaded to your hard drive, go to the Downloads folder and then move the manual to your working directory where you keep track of all your unit standards. In this case, My eLearning. You can then double-click on the manual and it will open in Acrobat Reader. The file is printable should you choose to have a personal paper copy to study from. In this video we will talk about how to download, complete and upload your first assessment. For this example, we'll be using the first unit standard of the Communications module. On the course page, scroll down to the Assessment section and click on the download link. Notice that just below this download link there is a corresponding upload link which you will need to use later. When you download the assessment, one of 2 things will happen. The assessment will either open in your browser or download to your Downloads folder. Please watch how to download study material if you do not know what to do. It is important to move all your downloads to the working folder you have set aside for all your study material. Now, with the file in the correct folder, in this case My eLearning, open it in Acrobat Reader. The moment it opens, make sure to fill out your full name and date. Then, working through each question, use the available blocks to provide your answers. If you wish to resume your work later, remember to save the file by going to File, Save. The program will ask if you want to overwrite the existing file, and make sure to select Yes. This way you can come back to the assessment later and resume from where you left off. Note: please do not modify any of Acrobat's settings. Your mentor will not accept scans, flattened PDFs or printouts of the PDF. The PDF must remain in its original PDF format so that the mentor can insert his marks into your assessment. The last important step is to upload your completed assessment. To do this, make sure you are logged into the NQF3 system. Navigate to the correct course and browse down to the upload link for the assessment. Click on the link, and when the page refreshes, scroll down and click on Add or Edit Submission. Scroll a little down the page and look for File Submissions. Just below this you will see a drop box where you can drag and drop your assessment. In this case, we will drag and drop the formative assessment straight into the drop box. Once the upload has been completed, click Save Changes. Now, one more important step. The page will refresh, but your assessment is not yet submitted. What this means is that you can still upload a more recent assessment should you need to make changes. However, when you are ready to send your assessment for marking, you must click on Submit Assignment. By submitting your assignment, this will notify your mentor that your assessment is ready for marking. After this point, you will not be able to make any changes to your assessment. Well done, you have successfully downloaded, completed and uploaded your first assessment. In this guide, we will show you how to message your mentor, message an admin for technical assistance, and how to read and reply to new messages on the system. To begin, you will notice that when you log in for a session, you will see a pop-up near the bottom of the browser window. This provides a quick notification that you have received new messages on the system. Simply click on Go to Messages, and when the page refreshes, you will see a list of unread messages for your attention. To read a message, simply click on the name of the person. When the page refreshes, you will see the latest message from that person as well as a conversation history below it. At the bottom of this page, you can reply to the person who sent you the message. Type your message, and when you are done, click Send Message. The online messaging system is the default way students, mentors, and admins communicate with each other. Each message sent will generate a notification email in your inbox for your personal record. Please check your email client, whether it be Thunderbird, Outlook, or some other email client, for a new message from the eLearning system. When you receive this, simply log in to read and respond to the message. Let's continue. There are two types of people you will be in contact with on a regular basis: the mentor for a given unit standard and the admin for a given unit standard. Sometimes you will need to ask your mentor for help regarding your studies, or perhaps you are having problems understanding a section of a manual or a question in one of the assessments. Other times you may need to ask the assigned admin for an extension, ask for a resubmission, report technical issues with the system and other related issues. In this case, it is always best to go into a course to make use of the Message My Mentor function. Once you are on the course page, look to the top left-hand side of the browser window for Message My Mentor. As you will see, each course has a mentor and an admin assigned to it. Messaging the mentor. If you need help with the material, you can send a message to your mentor by clicking on his name. This will load a message window that will allow you to send him your query. Once your message is written, simply click on Send. When your mentor responds to you, you will receive a message in your inbox that links back to the system so that you can view it online. Please check your email client. You will find your inbox in Outlook, Thunderbird, Gmail, or the specific email client that you use local to your computer. Messaging the admin. If you have technical issues, are behind on your work and need an extension, or have a query about the system, please use the admin link under Message My Mentor. Again, type out your message, and when you are ready, click on Send. Your message will be sent to the appropriate admin, and you will get a message to your inbox once again, providing you a link to his reply on the system. In this tutorial, we have covered how to message your mentor, how to message an admin, and how to read and reply to new messages on the system. In this video tutorial, we will cover the topic, when do you get an email from the system? There are a variety of messages you may receive from the e-learning platform as you progress through your course selection. The following email messages will be sent to your email address. Submission of assessment. As you progress through your course selection, you will get an email notice whenever you submit an assessment. This email is to confirm that the system has received your submission and sent a notice to your mentor. Please do not forward these notices to a mentor, an admin, or a fellow student. These messages are solely for your personal record. Feedback for an assignment. You will also get an email notice once your mentor has marked your assessment and it is ready to be viewed online. The email will provide a link to view your grade on the system. Simply click on the link, log in, and your result will be visible. Scroll down the page and you'll be able to view your grade for that assessment. Other times you will occasionally get an email from the system notifying you of a mentor being away or unavailable. In this case, please do not stop your studies and do not wait to be marked. Move ahead in the meantime and progress to the next unit standard or assessment. Make sure to read all new messages you receive because they might affect your progress through the system. And lastly, you will find a System Messages block on the front page. This will be used to post any important system-wide messages to notify all users of system issues, maintenance notices, and other technical issues which may affect the performance of the platform. In this video, we will cover the topic, how long it takes the mentor to mark your assessments. Your mentor will usually mark your assessment within a minimum 48-hour period. This is 2 working days, excluding weekends and public holidays. Please do not send any system messages you may receive to your mentor. The system will notify him automatically. There may be times your mentor has a large workload, he may be out of town, and your marking may be slower. The best way to deal with this is to move on to the next assessment or unit standard in the meantime. Please do not wait for your marks, but move forward in the meanwhile. In this video tutorial, we'll cover the topic, how to manually check your grades. There are 2 ways to check your grades when you are logged into the system. On the front page, when you scroll down the right-hand column, look for My Grades. My Grades will show you the current grade for each specific unit standard you are enrolled for. You'll notice that the ones that you have not yet completed simply have a dash. This is a very quick way to access your grade for a specific unit standard. To get a breakdown of each unit standard, you will need to go into a specific course. In this case, we are again going to Communications 1 as an example, and then look for Administration, Course Administration, Grades. Once the page refreshes, this will give you a breakdown of any formatives you have done for that unit standard, as well as the summative. On each course page, you'll see in the left-hand column, My Grades again, showing you the summary of each unit standard for your entire course selection. In this video, we will cover how to reset your password. For this tutorial, you will need access to your email as well as a browser. First off, to reset your password, go to the login page. And notice just below the login fields, the link Forgotten your username or password, and click it. Since your email is easier to remember, enter your email address into the search by email address. And click Search. Once the page refreshes, click Continue, and then after a minute or so, check your inbox. Since I am using Thunderbird, I will use this as an example. You should get a new email with the subject Change Password Confirmation. Scroll a little down to the first link and click it to open it in your browser. The system now asks you to confirm the request, so simply click on Continue, and after less than half a minute or so, go back to your email and check your inbox once again. This is now the final email you will receive for resetting your password. If you scroll down, you will see your username has been given to you and your password. Now the simplest way to re-enter this is highlight the password and copy it, and then tab back into the browser window and overwrite the password by pasting your new password into the browser window. Then click Login, update your password if you want to remember it on that machine, and you are now logged in. Once you log in, you will be asked to change your password to something more secure or something that you prefer. Please remember to use a combination of upper and lowercase letters, at least one number and one symbol. If you wish, you can leave it as it is for now because it is a secure password. Once you are done, click on Save Changes if you have changed your password. Congratulations, you have successfully reset your password. This brings us to a close of your induction tutorial prior to the start of your e-learning with School of Shipping. We trust you enjoy your studies with us, and we look forward to issuing your certificate of competency. Should you have any queries, feel free to contact School of Shipping via schoolofshipping.co.za.